Yesterday was a good day. It did have its moments. In the afternoon I had one moment where I could have really smoked and given up and whatnot, but it wasn't. I was able to get through it, and basically that led me to want to double down on positive thinking. And I don't just want I think positive thoughts, this and that, I want to, my internal world from yesterday can only be positive. I can't allow myself to have any negative thoughts. If I have negative thoughts, I must break it down, question it. Why do I feel negative about this? And basically just turn it into a positive. I can no longer allow no negativity in my internal world. I've had enough. Positive thoughts only, positive feelings only. Even if I have a negative opinion or just anything that's negative, anything, even if I disagree, I'm gonna question everything, break it all down and turn it into a positive thing. I've had enough of feeling depressed and low and whatnot, so I'm doubling down on this. I'm taking full control over my mind, essentially. I've just had enough of negativity, of depression. I think I'm resilient enough to be able to do this now. I guess I'll find out in a few days if I have down days or not, and I might, but I'm feeling strong today. This will be better now onwards. But then again, from what I've read about recovering from addiction, it did say mood is going to be in waves for a while. It could even be from 6 to 12 months that your mood stabilises. Maybe I'm just feeling better because hormones, this and that. I'm just at the peak right now. Maybe it's going to drop in a couple of days, but I have faith that I've got more control over it this time than the last low, if another low comes. I guess I'm preparing myself for another low to come. We're trying to set myself up to win with being more serious about creating a positive only internal world. It's pointless to think negative thoughts, pointless to entertain them, and yeah, I'm no longer giving in to that. It's a waste of time and it just makes you feel bad. At the end of the day, anything could happen to anyone and it's their choice on how they react to it. But yeah, no matter the situation, no matter how serious it is, I can only react to it in a positive way. And like I said, if I've got a negative reaction to it, then I must question it, I must break it down and turn it into a positive. I'm also going to try to be a bit more delusional in a sense and just get rid of all my limiting beliefs and any limiting beliefs people try to put on me by saying oh no, you can't do that, or you can't do this, you can't do that, or whatever. I'm not going to give that any energy anymore. I don't believe I'm limited in any way, shape or form. But yeah, like I said, I am aware that I might just be on a high at the moment and then it'll come crashing down any day, because getting sober is, until my mood stabilises, it's going to be pretty rough. Even yesterday, I had a really, really negative wave of thoughts and feelings, cravings, all of it. It was one of the worst ones, I think. And I didn't only just wait for it to pass, I actively fought it with positive thinking and breaking it down and turning all of it into positives one by one, not giving energy, just pushing the negativity out. And yeah, I was actively able to get rid of the negativity in my mind and body just with the power of positive thinking and a bit of willpower. And it was a really bad craving. I felt really bad, to be honest. It was another I might give up and not care moment. But it was brief because I was able to do something about it. Now I'm going to keep this up. I do feel like I've got a good shot at just completely transforming my mindset. I'm not sure how long it'll take, but if I keep exercising it, then it should happen pretty soon. Not sure how long it'll take, but it doesn't really matter if I've decided to start exercising it from yesterday, then it's already done really. It'll only just get easier over time. No matter how bad the situation is, no matter what's going on, I must have positive thoughts, I must think positive, I must feel positive, I must not just think it and then lie to myself like, oh no, this is okay. Nah, I must feel it and believe it. It must be a positive, even if there's barely anything to cling on to. I must make it into a positive. At the end of the day, there's always a positive to anything. There's always a negative and a positive to every single thing. There's always two sides to it. Like, someone dies, that's very sad, but the person selling gravestones and sorting funerals, that's how they make their money, and that's how they feed their family, which is a positive. They get to feed their family. People dying, very sad, but yeah. Or if people are suffering and then they die, then at least they're not suffering anymore. That's also a positive, even though it's sad. But there is a positive in everything, and I must remind myself of that pretty much 24/7 really, for me to cement this into my mind. I can't live any longer with limiting beliefs and negative thoughts. I can live 24/7 with positive thoughts only. Why would I choose to live with negative thoughts? I could think a negative thought like every second and complain about how much I miss my old life and how much it hurts and how much I miss this and that and all the negativity, whereas I could just look at all the positives. Oh, I'm sober now. Sober. It's 18th day sober. I'm gonna go back on that field, I think. A cool field. 18 days sober. I mean, I didn't do that back in England, did I? That's a big positive in itself. Positive that I get to walk in nature every day. I still went in nature, but not this amount of nature where like anywhere you look is nature. I didn't have that on my doorstep. This is a huge positive. Huge positive I get to eat food every day. It's the little things. It's a huge positive that now I'm close to my family. I get to see my family more often. I get to see my parents' dog. What a funny boy. But yeah, like I can choose to not give power to the negative thoughts, so there's no point in it really. I should just fight and only focus on the positive, even when it's difficult. It must be done. It must be done. Another way I'm flipping the script in my mind regarding all of this is thinking that maybe a certain aspect of my life was better before. I no longer view it as better. It was just different. There is a contrast between now and back then. Doesn't mean it's better. It's only better if I focus on the lack thereof, then it will seem like it was better. But if I focus on the positives of the now, then it's just contrast, it's just different. Another thing I want to add to the whole like contrast and comparing the past and today and whatnot, instead of looking for what I'm missing and what I don't have, instead I look back at that time and I'm grateful for everything that I did have at that time. Very grateful for the positives. Maybe I was an addict, but it had its beautiful moments still. Wasn't all doom and gloom. And yeah, instead of thinking of like, oh, I no longer have all the good parts of that life and I miss this, I miss that. Instead, I'm just very grateful that I was able to experience all the positives. And now I'm grateful that I get to experience the positives today. And it's a different world for me currently, but yeah, always focusing on the positives. Not focusing on the bad camera angle. Still, 18 days in. positive only, so I'm working on the camera angle. It's not a bad camera angle. I'm currently working on the camera angle. 1% better every day, that's the goal. That's the goal. I will get there. I don't know what actually looks better though, like front on or like to the side. Bit of both. Shall I have it like? Come on, no other YouTuber does this. What if this was like the default camera angle of my videos from today? Like that's... Surely I'd break YouTube, like this is it. This is how I'm gonna stand out. No other YouTuber does this, come on.